Hi everyone! So for today's video, share ko sa inyo how you can apply to BIR online, okay? So of course, meron tatlong agencies kayong pupuntahan if you're planning to open a business: DTI, local government units, BIR. So for DTI, meron din silang website. Now you can apply online. Sa LGU naman, most of the LGUs, I think you have to go there personally. And pag renewal, there are LGUs na online na rin. Pero may LGUs pa rin na kahit renewal ng business permits, kailangan yung pumunta dun sa City Hall. Ang BIR this time, the BIR is making lives of the taxpayer easier. Nagkaroon na sila ng tool that we can use and we can register online. Na kahit hindi tayo pupunta ron, mahaba pila, or mag-iintay. Ito, we can just go to this website and know ano yung mga requirements na dapat natin i-complete. Okay? So, if you go to this website, ayan, dito tayo makakarating sa Newbies Reg website. Tapos, so, sabi nito, the new business reg portal is an alternative option, okay, in submitting application for registration. So, very easy, hindi ka na pupunta sa BIR office, pipila. Dito, once fill out mo na yung form and submit it online, after a few days, depende kung when they will respond to your email, makakatanggap ka na ng tinatawag na Certificate of Registration. Step 1, sabi dito, prepare all the required documentary requirements in scan PDF copy, not exceeding 4 megabytes total file size of all attachments per email. So, first, meron dito identify mo. Saan ka ba magpo-fall under? Sole proprietor, professional, mixed income earners, o isa ka bang korporasyon, o meron ka bang home office at magkakaroon ka ng branch. So, dito pa lang, ikaw mismo, identify mo na. Magtatayo kang business, meron ka bang gagawin ba itong korporasyon, one-person corporation, o sole proprietor. So, let's go to sole proprietor, the very common. So, pag binuksan mo yan, sinasabi niya na dito, ano yung tax form na fill upan mo? 1901, kiklik mo yung download here, lalabas yan maya-maya. Mga government IDs na dapat mong i-scan at i-save soft copy kasi isa ito sa i-send mo sa email at as an attachment. Tapos sinasabi niya rin dito na you need to buy BIR printed invoice available for sale at the new business registrant counter. So, kung magtatayo ka ng business, dapat may invoice ka. Kasi kung wala kang invoice, mapipenalize ka, di ba? May business ka pero wala kang invoice. Okay? If you prefer na you have your own invoice layout, then gawa ka na ng sample layout. Kasi meron kasing binibigay na parang standard invoice yung BIR. Identify niya kung anong tax type ka. Magkano yung babayaran mo, 30 pesos for the DST or doc stamps. Tapos, kung may kailangan ng printing cost, yun. These are just additional documents if applicable. Just for example, hindi ikaw ang pupunta sa BIR, kailangan somebody, so dapat may SPA, tapos yung ID nun, kung halimbawa naman corporation, ito yung mga requirement, may DTI, and so on and so forth. So, I will not go into detail. Let's just focus here because the main discussion here is yung paano ba yung COR mo, ito ang focus ng ating discussion ito is how do you know na ito dapat yung ilalagay ni BIR sa COR mo? Okay? Hinuhulaan lang ba yun ni BIR? The answer is no, of course, kasi merong way sila on how they will determine bakit yun ang nilagay nilang tax types for you. Ito yon. Okay? So, let's go first sa 1902. Sabi niya, download here. So, automatic ma-route ka sa BIR website. And then, you just look for 1901 automatic, diba? Then, you open this one. When you open this, there are series of questions na tatanungin sa inyo. Kung wala ka pang TIN, so you have to put the TIN here. If you are a head office, branch, facility, then identify mo. Kung sole proprietor ka, of course, nag-fall ka eventually sa head office. Tapos, yung BIR registration date, ang mag-fill out niyan si BIR, okay? Kasi depende yan kung kailan nila pinrocess tong application mo. So, TIN, identify naman dito kung ano yung ikaw ang mag-fill out. So like for example, taxpayer, ano yung TIN mo, RDO, si BIR maglalagay niyan. Taxpayer type, so eventually, ikaw initially single proprietor ako, okay? Or professional ako, diba? Ganyan. So identify mo dito, taxpayer's name, last name, first name, middle name. So okay, to estate. If estate, yan. So sabihin mo yung estate ng first name, yan. So trust for account of, yan. Ano yung gender mo, civil status, date of birth, mother's maiden name, father's name, citizenship, address, foreign address, kung meron. Municipality, yan. Pag may nakalagay to be filled out by BIR, sila maglalagay yan. Of course, yung ID mo, ikaw maglalagay if you chose to pick. For example, driver's license, passports, ilalagay mo dyan. Importante din yung ready ka for your email address. Required yan. So, unusual na walang email addresses mga tao ngayon. Kung may phone number, hindi ka lang pwedeng mobile lang meron ka. Required ang email address. At yung email address na ilalagay mo dyan, dapat accessible. Dapat na-open mo. Okay? 23, very important to. Are you availing of the 8% income tax? So, itong 8% na to, ibig sabihin nito, kung ano yung sales mo, hindi ka imo-multiply mo siya sa 8%. Okay? Tapos yun ang payable mong tax sa BIR. Hindi ka na masasubject for graduated income tax rates. Pero there's a separate discussion for that. Pero at this point, most of the starting or start-up business owners, mas magandang piliin nilang 8%. Less risk and less requirements, BIR requirements. Okay? Like, there's no need for you to prepare financials. Okay? As long as yung sales mo will not exceed 3 million for the year. Thus, this time, because of EOPT, ang taxpayer classification ay na-classify into 4. Before dati, small and large lang. But this time, may micro, may small, may medium, may large. So, for those na ang source of income, rather the income, the revenue is less than 3 million, it would fall under micro. Pag small naman, 3 million to 20 million. So, you will tell, ano naman ang difference nito? Napakalaki ng difference nito when it comes to penalties. Mas mababa ang magiging compromise fee pag ikaw ay isang micro as opposed kung large. Kung dati, regardless of the tax classification, compromise penalty limbawa would run between 1,000 to 25,000. Depende sa anong na-violate. At least, if that's the range, pagdating na inalam kung ano yung taxpayer classification mo, that could be cut into that could be discounted na 50%. Okay? Kasi si micro sabi dito, mga compromise penalty nila normally na kakat into 2, na 50-50% siya. Okay? If kung may asawa ka and employed, so ilalagay mo rin siya dyan. If hindi ikaw ang lalakad, kukuha ng COR, so identify mo sino yung authorized representative. So if you have a business, kung single proprietor ka, ilalagay mo dyan, yung business number, okay? Facilities, may mga warehouse, okay? Tax types, this is to be filled out by BIR. Hindi mo to fill upan because BIR will be the one to fill it out for you based on your answer sa questionnaire which I'm going to walk you through, diba? Okay, next. Okay, careful, importante rin yung printed invoices na dapat identify mo. Pag napo-project mo less than 3 million ang yung sales, you have to click non-VAT. And since merong timing difference with regards sa mga printed invoices, so initially you can use yung BIR printed invoices. Until you can ask them, yung BIR na, sino po yung accredited printer nyo, doon na lang po ako mag-order ng invoice. And I think the minimum cost of the invoice for 10 booklets is 1,500. Siguro, it could change in the coming years, just in case. But you know, it varies talaga. Okay? Isusulat din dyan. Kasi sabihin mo, ay miss, wala akong kakilalang authorized printer. Pwede po ba kayong maglagay? There are some RDOs na meron na silang ilalagay dyan. Sino yung authorized printer na yun nga, authorized printer na sila magsasuggest, okay? But if this is online, it's good na ikaw mismo maghanap ka na on your own. Para pag sinubmit mo na ito, tsaka syempre sasabit mo yung format din ng invoice, kasama siya sa pag-review ng BIR sa application mo. Alright? Now, if you have kung employee ka, may multiple employments ka, so ilalagay mo rito. If you're employed, lagay mo rin siya rito. Alright? And then after this, you have to sign, fill it out, and then save this in PDF and have it ready to. So, hindi pa to tapos. We still have to answer some questionnaires. Ito yon. Sa COR, ito yung COR na sinasabi ko, yung Certificate of Registration or COR, most commonly called COR, also BIR Form 230. Ito yung magsasabi na, hey, you had completed the registration steps ng BIR, at dahil dyan, ito na yung certificate mo. Okay, sa certificate na to, naka-identify dito ano yung mga tax types. Alright? So, here in the COR, you'll see yung PIN at saka branch code. Kung walang kang branch code, ang dulo niyang puro 0. Tapos, taxpayer, name, tas address. Okay? At dito, makikita yung RDO kung anong RDO na fall under ang business mo. Location ng business, hindi location ng taxpayer. Pwede meron kang business, halimbawa sa Laguna, pero you live in Makati. So, hindi susundin yun. Ang COR mo, kung saan ang head office, doon yung COR mo nakamap. Okay? So, paano na-identify na may individual tax, individual income tax, o tsaka withholding? It's because of the questionnaire na sinagot dito. Alright? For example, ito. Kaya sabi rito sa questionnaire, answer the following questions. Ito yun. Itong tax type questionnaire, ang dapat sagutin mo maigi ng tama. Kasi pag may mali kang sagot dito, whatever your answer here is magre-reflect siya sa COR mo, Certificate of Registration. Yun yung basis. Yun yung sikreto. Kaya yung iba talagang very careful sa pag-answer dito. For example, do you own your place of business? Sabi mo, yes. Kasi if you don't own your business, ang next question, are you going to rent your place of business? Pag sinabi mong yes, magre-rent ka, meron siyang, may additional tax type siya ibibigay sa'yo. Yung withholding, rent. Diba? Pero kung nag-start ka, kahit dyan ka lang sa, for example, sa kamag-anak mo, o magre-rent kayo ng maliit na space, pero kasi, are you going to pay yung kamag-anak mo ng rental fee? If that's the case, dapat yung kamag-anak mo, whatever amount na babayaran mo, i-report na yung kay BIR. Diba? Pero if it's just a small house na parang nakikisuyo ka for the meantime, temporarily, then you can say, kung hindi ka naman talaga officially nagre-rent at alam mo yung nag-start ka pa lang, then you can answer no. Kasi very, very particular si BIR dito. Mabibigyan kanya ng isang tax form na you need to fill out. Okay? Are you a non-stock, non-profit organization? Sasagutin mo either yes or no. Does your income inure to the benefit of officers or members? Sasagutin mo yan. Okay, yes or no. Do you intend to hire? Ito na. Do you intend to hire the services of professionals, contractors, consultants, or other similarly situated accountant, lawyer? Pag sinabi mo yes dyan, then meron ka na naman another tax form dyan, yung mag-withhold ka kasi any payments to all these professionals, you have to withhold either 5% or 10%. Okay. Do you intend to hire employees? Pag nagsinagot mo dyan, yes, another tax form yan. Okay, sa compensation. Kaya careful ka din sa pagsusulat. Kasi, whatever you had written here, especially mga yeses mo rito, majority will have a corresponding tax form that you have to fill out. Do you plan to employ someone on a minimum wage? Yes or no? Diba? Do you intend to provide your supervisors and managers a fringe benefit? So yan, yes or no. Do you expect to pay royalties, interest, prices, winnings, dividends, branch, yan, or non-resident area or non-resident foreign corporation? Yes or no. Yung mga royalties, ito yung mga, for example, those businesses na bumili ng, sabihin natin yung located sa, sabihin na, SM. Okay. Ang SM, nagrenta ka dyan, pero maaring meron pang clause sa rental contract mo na a percentage of your sales will go to them. So, tingnan nyo sa contract of lease nyo kung may word na royalty. If that's the case, your answer is yes. And then, there's just a heads up, meron nung tax form na you have to fill out. Yung tinatawag na 0619F, yung final tax. Okay? Naman, are you going to engage in VAT exempt transactions? So, naka-identify dyan kung mga VAT exempt transaction. So, yan. Hindi ko na i-review, but I'm just highlighting yung mga common. Okay? Tapos, lease of residential unit with a monthly rental not exceeding 15,000 pesos. Alright? Sale of gold to BSP. So, baka mostly ang answer dito, pag initial assessment is no. Sale of real properties kung single proprietor ka. Pero case to case kung saan ka talaga magpo-fall under. How much is your expected, gross sales or receipts, diba? For the next 12 months, 0 to 3 million, above 3 million. So, safe to say, maging 0 to 3 million ka muna. Okay? So, kahit sabihin mong, hindi na po project ko, magbo-boom ang business ko at the onset. Safe to say, mag-start ka muna sa 0 to 3 million. Mahirap kasi from VAT to non-VAT. It will take, I don't know if 2 to 3 years para ma-convert yun kung hindi mo talaga na-meet yung 3 million. At napakadaming requirements kung VAT. So, ang suggestion ko is 0 to 3 million. So, yan, if your gross sales receipts for the next 12 months period do not exceed 3 million, do you elect to be VAT registered? Ito yung sinasabi ko. Pag sinasabi mo, sige, hindi ka nga naging 3 million, pero gusto mo ba maging VAT registered? Pag sabi mong yes, be ready, marami itong legwork, marami itong submissions. Pero ang suggestion ko nga, if you nag-start ka pa lang, you start with 0 to 3 million. Okay? So, yun yung mga hina-highlight ko. Are you engaged in the following industries? So, yan. Alright? These are just very specific industries, but I just highlighted yung mga important key informations. Are you going to engage in manufacture production? Ito. Alright? May mga what do you call this? Meron to mga may iba-ibang tax forms dito. Okay? If not, then say, I'm not going to be engaged in any transactions above. This one could be related to excise tax. I'm not so sure. Parang more of an excise tax naman siya. So, after na-complete mo yan, you have to fill it out. Fill out yung accomplished by name, possession date. So, if you're the owner, so yon. So, when you're good with this, save mo siya, scan mo. Okay, when you're good with this, go again dito sa VI Reg. So, yun yung sekreto. I'm sharing with you. The secret is, kung ano yung sinulat mo dito, isa natin kanina yon. Rather, ano yung sinagot mo doon sa questionnaire na yon, yun ang ilalagay ni BIR dito. Okay? So, mas maganda rin na kung halimbawang i-attach mo na rin dito kung halimbawang BMBE certificate ka. Kung BMBE certificate ka, hindi ka na, like in this case, hindi ko na screenshot, hindi ka na bibigyan dapat ng 1701Q. Okay? Because BMBE by default exempted from income tax. They only prepare income tax at the end of the year, quarterly, because they are required to submit financials. Dapat tinatay up siya doon. Okay? So, sa case na to, once you're good with that, magbabayad ka ng DST, pay 30 pesos doon sa e-payment channels ng BIR. Ayan. May e-pay, Bank, Pesonet, Maya. Okay, papakita mo kung nagbayad ka. And then, what's next? After that, where to submit. Okay, dito identify mo anong province mo. For example, Manila, NCR. Halimbawa lang, for district, tapos Makati, dito tayo sa barangay, kunwari, Manuyo 2, business type, self-employed, suot mo dyan yung pangalan mo. Okay, sample 1, 2. Kasi ninyo, ito, pag sinabi mo na kung anong location mo, where mo sasabit, dinidefault niya na kung ng RDO ka. Tapos kung kanino kanino naka-address. Application for visas, ayan. Tapos, email your application. If clicking the email your application box does not open the email program of your personal computer, kung hindi ito ma-open, kasi send your application to the email above address. Okay? Kung hindi ito ma-open, isi-send nyo to sa email, via your email. Dito siya naka-address. Ano i-attach nyo? Ang i-attach nyo, yung 1901, 2 copies. I-attach nyo rin yung IDs nyo na required. I-attach nyo rin yung questionnaire. Okay? Mag-a-attach din kayo kung BNBE kayo, yung BNBE DTI certificate. Required yun. Para at least alam nila. Then after that, you will receive an email acknowledgement of the receipt of your application from the official email address of the concerned Revenue District Office. So, halimbawa, dito mo siya pinadala, makaka-receive ko sa kanya. Alright? So, your application will be processed within 3 working days from the date of email acknowledgement, receipt of complete documentary requirements. Receive an email for the scheduled pickup of COR and buying of printed receipts, invoices, or authority to print if applicable. So, be ready kung authority to print is 1.5, tapos, yung invoices, 10 booklets, I think, I'm not so sure kung minimum 1.5, 10 booklets yun. Tapos kung pipick up mo rin yung BIR printed invoice, I don't know how much it costs. So, just be ready. So, yun, you wait for 3 days. So, yun yung gusto ko sa inyo i-share. You have to carefully, sabi dito, you have to carefully answer this as much as possible para ma-identify, masulat ni BIR yung tamang tax types for you. So, I hope this helps and nakapagbigay ako ng enlightenment sa inyo kung paano talaga nabuo ni BIR yung COR. So, this one is an example of a branch, kaya nakita nyo lang registration fee. But the truth is, dapat wala na itong registration fee kasi sa EOPT, Ease of Payment Taxes, tinanggal na ang registration fee. Pwedeng blanco yan, pero meron pa rin COR pagdating sa branch. This is naman the head office. Alright? Thank you, and see you in my next video.